Hello dear students, I am taking your lecture 4 for year 5501. In last lecture, we have seen the normalized transfer characteristics of differential amplifier. Some of the point of that again I am discussing, then we will proceed to the next topic. This is the characteristics of the differential amplifier. This is your IC upon IQ normalized collector current versus I am showing you here VD upon VT. See the graph of IC by IQ versus VD by VT I am showing in this way. Now let us analyze this. Let us analyze this graph, or we will discuss what is the conclusion from this graph. This point I am writing here 0.5, this is nearly 1. Here I am writing VD by VT is 0. Here I am writing 2. Here I am writing 4. Here I am writing -2. Here I am writing -4. Here we know these two equations already in last lecture we have derived. The IC1 upon IQ we have derived alpha F upon 1 plus e raised to minus Vd by Vt, and IC2 by IQ is equal to alpha F 1 plus e raised to plus Vd by Vt. This we have derived in last lecture. Now look here, when Vd by Vt is 0, so this is 0, here is 0, so alpha F is nearly tends to 1, 1 plus 1, it is 1, 2, 1 by 2, so 0.5. So that's why I have kept this is your 0.5. This is for when Vd is 0. Either you keep here 0 or here 0. E raised to 0 is 1, e raised to 0 is 1, and alpha is nearly 1, alpha is nearly 1. So you can get IC1 by IQ and IC2 by IQ is 0.5. That's why I have written. Now, when this Vd, first conclusion, when Vd is greater than 4 Vt, when this e raised to what you can say -4, so 1 plus e raised to -4, and if you find out this value, so you will get IC1 by IQ tends to 1 and IC2 by IQ tends to 0. Remember this. Or you can put here value and you can get the answer. Put here the Vd by Vt, what you have to put? 4, e raised to -4. This is 1. So 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus e raised to -4, you can get this nearly 1. 1 upon 1 plus e raised to +4, you can get this value. What does it mean? This means Q1 conduct and Q2 is off. Means here I am writing, you will get IC1 by IQ is, this is the graph of IC1 by ICQ when VD is more than 4 VT. And in this you can say, in this, here you can say Q1 on and Q2 off, you can say. At the same time, IC2 tends to 0. So this line is for when VD by VT is more than 4, then this is the IC2 by IQ line I have to show. This line. This line. Okay. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that when this voltage VD is more than 4 VT, so beyond this, Q1 on, Q2 off. Q1 is on and Q2 off in this region. Remember, it is the same. This is the same. Either you can write here or here. It is the same. Now, second. When VD is less than minus 4 VT, means here on this side, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, then here e raised to minus 4 plus, so 1 upon 1 plus e raised to 4. So in this condition, IC1 by IQ tends to, you can say, 0. And look here, this is how much you write, VD by VD minus 4. So IC2 upon IQ, 1 upon 1 plus e raised to minus 4. So I can write, so here IC2 upon IQ tends to 1, you can say. So what does it mean? When this region, when this value is in this region, then IC1 tends to 0, means Q1 is off. IC2 is there, so Q2 is on. Okay, look here, again, VD is minus 4 VT, 4 here minus plus, alpha we have taken 1 upon 1 plus e raised to plus 4, so you can get this value, you can do. Here minus, you will get this value. So this is, so graph, this is your IC2 upon IQ. In this region, IC2 will flow and IC1, this is the graph of IC1. So in this region, IC1 does not flow, IC2 will flow. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that you can use your differential amplifier in this region or in this region, or you can say by this. In this region means this, in this region means this. You can use differential amplifier. Differential amplifier can be used as a switch, See, in this region Q2 off, Q1 on. In this region Q2 on, Q1 off. Look here. Here Q2 off, Q2 on, or Q1 on, Q1 off. Here Q1 on, Q1 off. Here Q2 off, Q2 on. So it means differential amplifier can be used as a switch. Third, it can be used as a good limiter circuit. when Vd is greater or equal to plus or minus 4 Vt. It can limit your output. So it is called good limiter circuit. Fourth, see here, this region. This region. This is called linear region. See, this is your linear. This is your linear. So between these two, differential amplifier can be used as a linear amplifier. Between these two means your VD is here I write 2 Vt between these two, or I should write like this. Okay, it's okay. Between these two, you can use as a linear amplifier. Which amplifier? Linear amplifier. With this, the Vd is more than this means what? With this value is suppose minus 100. So it is minus 50 is more than what? Minus 100. That's why I have written like this. So this is called conclusion of this graph. This graph is normalized. This graph is normalized transfer characteristics of a, you can say, differential amplifier. So this is already we have discussed. Just division I did. Important point. That's what I did. Next, I am discussing new topic. Topic name is low frequency small signal analysis of differential amplifier. DA I have written is differential amplifier. So very simple, very simple. Here in this topic I will derive the equation of CMRR, but this topic today I am dividing in two parts. In first part I will derive the equation of differential gain. Next lecture I will derive the equation of common mode gain. Now already know the function of the differential amplifier is always to amplify the difference of the two input signal. Function of the differential amplifier is always amplify the difference of the two input signal, or you can write like this also. It reject common mode signal. DA amplify this and differential amplifier reject common mode signal. Common mode signal you must be aware. This is called common mode signal. So function of the differential amplifier is to amplify the difference between two input signal and always reject the common mode signal. This is, we have written, this I am talking for an ideal differential amplifier. For ideal DA, this is possible. And VO does not depend upon VCM. This is I am writing for ideal differential amplifier. But it is not like so. In practice, differential amplifier does not amplify the difference of the two input signal, but it also amplify the common mode signal. In practice, differential amplifier does not depend only on the difference of the input signal, but it also depends upon the common mode signal. Due to this reason, error is produced in the output. Error is produced. In a last semester, we have calculated the error due to common mode signal. You recollect your memory, we have done the two numerical, we show the effect of the common mode signal in a output of the differential amplifier. So, due to this common mode signal, error is produced. So, why this is happening? Actually, we have written like this. This is your differential amplifier. This I am showing you differential amplifier. This is a basic circuit diagram of a differential amplifier. So many times we have drawn this circuit. This is your VO1, VO2, this is RC, this is RC. Look here. Why this such kind of the error? Error is a so many different reasons, but error I am telling you due to common mode signals, error is produced. Actually, we have taken this both the transistors are identical, but due to some mismatch in a transistor, error is produced. There is slightly change in current gain, HAV, HOE, HRE, or some another parameter of this transistor are not perfectly matched, then error is produced. To reduce this error, to reduce the error, CMRR, common mode rejection ratio, should be very large. If you want to reduce this error, then common mode rejection ratio of this differential amplifier should be very large. This means CMRR of this differential amplifier should be very large to reduce the error. Sir, why CMRR should be large? Reason is that CMRR of this amplifier express how this amplifier is successful in providing differential gain, how this amplifier is successful in providing differential gain and rejecting common mode gain. This express how this amplifier is successful in providing differential gain and rejecting common mode gain. So, you know this CMRR is differential gain upon common mode gain. This, if you want very large this, if this is very large, then this tends to 0. So, we will see the hybrid pi model of this circuit. Let us discuss the hybrid pi model of the circuit. So, from these equations, it is clear that if CMRR is very large, then ACM tends to 0. If ACM tends to 0, then error tends to 0. So, let us see the analysis point of view. This is your differential amplifier. Again, I am showing you. I have to draw the 3-4 figure. Okay. This is a basic circuit of a differential amplifier. I am drawing here and here again, just for your understanding what we are discussing. This is a Q1, this is a Q2. Look here. Suppose let us take, let I am writing V1 is Vd by 2 and V2 is equal to minus Vd by 2. I want to say here, at some time here this input increases plus, at the same time this input decreases by the same amount of the voltage. Again, V1 Vd by 2 means here some small signal you applied, so it is increases by some value. This signal is reduced by the same amount of the voltage. Means when this voltage increases, at this time this voltage decreases according to this equation. Minus sign is there. Here is like this. See, and when this is increases, at the same time this is decreasing. As this voltage increases, this current increases. As this is decreasing, this current decreases. So IQ here is nothing but the sum of the two current. IE1 plus IE2. This is your IE1. This is your IE2. So IQ is this current plus this current, or I can write IC1 by alpha plus IC2 by alpha. What I told you just now, the meaning of this, when this voltage increases by some value, at the same time V2 voltage decreases by same amount. This is increasing here, this is decreasing. At the same time current increases, current decreases, IC1 increases, IC2 decreases. So IQ remain constant. What you can say? IQ remain constant, passing through the RE. These IQ remain constant passing through this RE. As a result, potential at this point does not change. Listen again. This current increases, this current decreases by same amount. So IQ is a sum of these two current. IC1 increases, IC2 decreases. So IQ remain constant. Due to this reason, potential at this point, E point, does not change. It does not change. It remains constant. It remains constant here. So this potential you can consider as a zero potential. What you can consider? It is your zero potential. Please consider as a zero potential. Which potential? This potential. It considers a zero potential. So I can draw this circuit in this way also. This is your zero I am writing, or it is called ground potential. Q2, this is Q1, this is V2, this is your V1. So why I am writing this is zero potential? Get I think clarity, otherwise again I am telling you. Your given V1 is plus Vd by 2 minus Vd by 2. Some voltage increases, voltage decreasing. This voltage increases, current increases. Voltage decreases, current decreases. This current increases, this current decreases. So this total current remains constant. So voltage drop across RE remain constant. Or at this point, potential remain constant. There is no change in the potential here. Potential does not change with the signal. So this is considered as a ground potential or zero potential I have written. In mathematics you can very simple, you can say V1 increases, IC1 increases, V2 decreases, IC2 decreases, so IQ remain constant. Now I want to derive the equation of differential gain. I want to derive this equation. Very simple. Differential gain equation. Look. The hybrid pipe model for this transistor only for one half of the differential amplifier, only for this part. I can draw like this. This is the input V1 you have written, Vd by 2. This is a resistance, input resistance of the one half of the differential amplifier. This is we have written R pi because I use a word hybrid pi equivalent circuit. This voltage I am writing V pi. Here I am showing you transistor work as a current source. Already you know that I have discussed in so many lectures what is current source and voltage source. Gm into V pi. Here I am showing your resistor across which you are taking the output voltage. Same circuit you can draw. This is the circuit for this only. Same circuit you can draw for this transistor. Only one change. V2 is minus Vd. Here what I have written? V1 is plus Vd by 2. So for this what should I? V2 is equal to minus Vd by 2. Now from this I can derive the equation of output voltage. What the output voltage? VO1. VO1 is equal to current multiplied by resistance. Current multiplied by resistance. This is your current source. If you do not get the idea, so what is Gm? Current upon voltage into voltage. Voltage is cancelled. What will you get? Current. So this this work as a current source. It provides how much current? Gm into V pi. So what is your voltage? VO1 minus Gm by Gm V pi into RC. Now put here V pi is equal to Vd by 2. So I can write output voltage minus Gm Vd by 2 into RC. I think you can get the things. V pi, yes, I have kept this value here. Now, so I want to write the equation for this, for VO2. If you want to write for the equation for VO2, what I have to make here change? Minus Vd by 2. Or what I have to make here? Minus I have to. So VO2 is nothing but the minus Gm V pi into RC. put V pi is equal to minus Vd by 2. So your VO2 is nothing but the Gm Vd by 2 into Rc. What I have to derive? I have to derive this equation. Very simple. What is ADM? VO1 upon Vd. So what is ADM? VO1 by Vd. This you can see here. Minus Gm Rc by 2. Means this is the for unbalanced differential amplifier. This equation is for unbalanced differential amplifier. Remember, this is the equation for unbalanced differential amplifier. Means you are taking output between this and ground line. It means you are taking the output between this and ground line. Some ground is here. So now someone may have argued, say I want to write ADM for this VO2 upon Vd. So from this you can say, from this era, from this you can write, from this you can write, it is 1 Gm into Rc. Don't say here minus and a plus sign. This you are taking from output from VO1. This you are taking output from VO2. Okay. So this is the equation. This is the equation for unbalanced differential amplifier. Which equation? Equation of a differential gain. Equation of a differential gain. Now someone say, no, I want to find this equation for balanced differential amplifier. So let us write for the balance. For balanced differential amplifier, VO is VO1 minus VO2 upon Vd. So what is VO1 minus 1 half Gm Rc? What is VO2? 1 half Gm into Rc. What is VO1? Minus 1 half Gm Vd into Rc. Like this. So what is VO, you can say? This is so I can write for this VO upon Vd I have to find. Means VO upon Vd is called differential gain. VO1 minus VO2 upon Vd. So difference of these two, VO1 minus VO2, I can write minus 1 half Gm Vd into Rc minus 1 half Gm Vd into Rc. So Gm Vd into Rc. So I can write from this you can write ADM is equal to VO1 minus VO2 upon Vd is equal to minus Gm into Rc. Remember, this is the equation for balanced differential amplifier. Balanced differential amplifier. And this is the equation for unbalanced. This is the equation for unbalanced. Means this. This is the equation for unbalanced. For a balanced differential amplifier, differential amplifier, this is the equation. Balance you know, if you take the output between two collectors. Unbalanced you know, if you take the output between collector and ground. This is for unbalanced. And this is for the, you can say, balance. This is for the, you can say, balanced differential amplifier. Here is your, I am keeping end of my lecture, today lecture. In next lecture, I will derive the equation of ACM. This lecture we have derived ADM. In next lecture we will derive the what? ACM. We will derive the equation of ACM.